this lecture, we are going to look at vendor risk management. We will start with processor engagement requirements, then look at controller challenges. We will look at potential solutions to those challenges, and then look at contract considerations. In a previous lecture, we already saw that controllers must only work with processors that can provide sufficient guarantees. Earlier, we looked at Article 28. That's where the term sufficient guarantees comes from. And this just ensures that processors can demonstrate their ability to be compliant with the controller's requirements, and of course with the requirements of the GDPR. Relatedly, controllers must select reliable processors, maintain quality control and compliance, and document their relationships in contracts and other legally binding acts. Challenges that controllers may face include verification and validation of processor commitments, conducting audits, incorporating requirements into contracts, working with non-EU organizations, and continuous monitoring and assurance. The primary solution that controllers can implement to help deal with these challenges include going through a pre-contract due diligence checklist. This list of items includes verifying the processor's understanding of GDPR commitments, researching the processor's background by contacting their references, determining accreditation and certifications, reviewing processor policies, conducting an audit, and vetting the processor's supply chain and whether or not they use any subcontractors. If they do use subcontractors, of course, you will want to vet them as well. When it comes to contracts, controllers should consider the following: implementing minimum security requirements, including system security plans or SSPs, regular system testing, conducting risk assessments, permitted and non-permitted processing locations and subcontractors, data disposition following end of contract, sanction and penalty indemnification, and data breach incident response planning, including in that planning responsibilities and costs. In this lecture, we looked at vendor risk management. We talked about processor engagement requirements. This aligns with what we've seen earlier in Article 28 concerning sufficient guarantees. Controllers must select reliable processors, they must maintain quality control and compliance, and they must document relationships in a contract or other legally binding act. Controller challenges include verification and validation of processor commitments, conducting audits, incorporating requirements into contracts, EU organizations such as the data controller working with non-EU organizations, and continuous monitoring and assurance. When it comes to preparing the contract, the controller should consider the following: minimum security requirements, including the provision of system security plans, regular system testing, conducting risk assessments, permitted and non-permitted processing locations and subcontractors, data disposition following end of contract, sanction and penalty indemnification, and data breach and incident response plans, including responsibilities and costs.